There's a misperception that the water right outside your door doesn't have any fish in it. It's true in Europe, it's true in New Jersey, it's true in Colorado. My school bus took me by a small stream in Flanders for elementary school. For 8 years, I was certain that this tiny stream had no fish in it until I was at a Trout Unlimited meeting in Cumberland Valley in Pennsylvania, and they showed a film by Ossie Ossenfetch, a Bell telephone engineer who had filmed a series called The Underwater World of Trout in that stream. It was quite an eye opener. I never fished it because I just assumed there were no fish in that stream. Well, the same is probably true of the water that's right outside your door, or that you cross while traveling 2 or 3 hours to the perfect iconic stream that everybody fishes. A short video is going to show you the kind of things that you can really learn on streams right near your home. You can't get good at any sport or any occupation without doing it 10,000 times. And you can do 8,000 of those right in your backyard in spare moments if you just take the time to find some good water. The things that you'll find in your home stream are the same structures that you'll find on the iconic streams, but if you learn how to do it on your home structures, you'll be many steps ahead. For new or experienced fly fishing anglers, the things that we can practice close to home are learning how to read the water and getting a drift through the spots where fish are most likely to lie. We don't have to drive hours to do that. We can find good water right near home, especially to practice in. The first thing we should do is turn over a rock. I see some mayflies, some leeches, some midges, and some pollution tolerant species also. This stream could hold some healthy fish. You should do this when you get out on the iconic streams to give you an idea of what your fly selection and sizes should be. Here's some iconic water you might recognize. It's got some elements that we can look for in smaller streams. It's got a split current that gives us some fast and slow water seam, some soft water up against the bank, and then a shelf followed by a pool dug out by the swift water during high currents. Let's see if we can find them on a smaller stream. Here's a small stream with that split in current. You see the foam line. Water's going slowly on the left, fast on the right. We want a nice drift down the slow part of the seam. Here is some soft water up against the bank. We want to get a drift through that soft water, and we'll have to lift our rod tip up or continuously mend our line to keep it from dragging fast, but we want a nice slow drift through there. There's also some soft water behind the rock at the top of this riffle. Here's a riffle followed by a shelf, which will in turn be followed by a deep hole. We found all these things on a small stream where we can practice before we take the time and the energy to go to the iconic stream and rub elbows with lots of other anglers. You can find some surprising things on the streams close to home. Here's a spot I was practicing. I've got a seam that I could fish, some soft water on the other side, a shelf, and a pool, all within one structure. And what do you know? There was a big fish that had been there for years, unfished by anyone else. He took a beadhead leech, drifted slow through that deep cut. I was there a few days later fishing a different part of the stream, and this is what happened. I decided to fish upstream of that spot and discovered some really nice water. I was fishing a 3-fly rig again with a clown egg on the top a beadhead leech and a miracle bench on the bottom. Much to my surprise, it looked like that fish has moved. It certainly looked like the same fish. Notice I try to get the fish on the reel as soon as possible and let the drag keep the tension on the fish. I land the fish as quick as possible, keeping them in the water, and unhook the hook with a catch and release tool. I hold it up for a friend on a bridge. Usually I just release it, but he was taking a picture and wanted to get a photo of the fish. But I'm still not going to take it out of the water or out of the net or try to touch it at all. I love it when the fish are larger than the net. It is the same fish that I just caught a few days earlier.